Have you ever looked back at your relationships and wondered, why do I keep attracting the wrong people? Different faces, different names, but somehow the same disappointment, the same heartbreak, the same feeling of being misunderstood. And after a while, it starts to feel like bad luck. But what if it isn't? What if the pattern isn't in them, but in something hidden inside you? Imagine someone who constantly gives more than they receive. They ignore red flags, they make excuses for hurtful behavior, and they stay longer than they should. Not because they're weak, but because deep down, that kind of relationship feels familiar. It feels normal, even when it hurts. Psychologists often find that people are unconsciously attracted to what feels familiar. If you grew up feeling ignored, criticized, or emotionally unsupported, your brain may mistake those feelings for love later in life. Because familiarity creates comfort, even when that comfort is painful. Without realizing it, you may choose people who repeat old emotional patterns, not because you want to suffer, but because your mind is trying to recreate what it already understands.
Here's the surprising part. The wrong people are not always finding you. Sometimes, you're finding them. Your wounds can quietly influence who feels attractive, trustworthy, or exciting. And until those wounds are understood, the same story can keep repeating with different characters. The goal isn't to blame yourself. The goal is awareness. Because the moment you recognize the pattern, you stop confusing emotional familiarity with genuine connection. You begin choosing people who bring peace instead of chaos, respect instead of uncertainty, consistency instead of confusion.
So if you keep attracting the wrong people, don't ask only, what's wrong with them? Ask, what part of me still feels at home in relationships that hurt? That question might be uncomfortable, but it could also be the beginning of healing. And healing changes the people you allow into your life. Sometimes the right relationship begins when the old pattern finally ends.